Welcome. My topic today is, what is BBB? What is BBB? You know, we live in the age of shorthands and abbreviations. If you use the social media, you definitely know what I'm talking about. Some of the common ones include LOL, FYI, JK, IMO, and the rest. And new ones come out every day. But today I have one for you that you may not have heard before. And I guarantee you it's the best so far. It is BBB. What in the world does that mean? Okay, are you ready? BBB stands for back better than before. Back better than before. That's right. Do you know that you may be knocked down, knocked off, and even knocked cold, but as long as you are not knocked out, it is possible to come back better than before. You can be BBB'd, no matter where you may be at the moment. I know that some of you right now, that sounds too good to be true. Some of you don't even believe what I'm saying yet. But let me tell you, it has happened before. God is still doing it every day, and He can do it again for you. Perhaps you say, give me an example. Well, I'm glad to. Have you heard of the man named Job before? Job was a prime example of BBB. The Bible says Job was a wealthy man, blessed with a good family, and he knew and served God faithfully. But suddenly, when the enemy looked in his direction, he was knocked down, knocked off, and knocked cold by the devil. But thanks be to God, he was not knocked out. I say he was not knocked out. And just when it appeared he was far too gone and all hope was lost, God, by His power and faithfulness, BBB'd Job. He brought him back better than before. Look, situations got so bad for Job that the only thing he had left was his wife. And the wife basically advised him to curse God and die, because death would be better for him than to continue living in his indescribable predicament. He lost his business, his properties, and all his children all in one day. All he ever worked for and acquired, and the children he loved and raised, were taken from him in one day. And on top of that, Job lost his health. But the Bible says, in all this, Job never sinned or charged God wrongly. Now, can you describe, can you imagine, can you quantify this kind of a loss? But God, I say but God, brought Job back better than before. You know, the Bible tells us that after Job had lost all these things and everything looked very dim, at the end of the book, Job chapter 42, the Bible says, the Lord restored Job's losses when he prayed for his friend. Verse 10, indeed the Lord gave Job twice as much as he had before. Then all his brethren, all his sisters, and all those who had been his acquaintances before came to him and ate food with him in his house. It doesn't matter where you are now, and those that have decided you, they will come back and celebrate with you when God brings you back better than before. The Bible says, verse 12, now the Lord blessed the later days of Job. He blessed the later days of Job more than his beginning. For he had 14,000 sheep, 6,000 camels, 1,000 yoke of oxen, and 1,000 female donkeys. That means he prospered and increased in wealth more than before. He also had 7 sons, 3 daughters. What an amazing God we serve. I don't know where you might find yourself right now. I don't know what you have lost or what has been taken from you and what predicament you find yourself in. You may have lost your job, your business, lost a relationship, your health, your status, or you may have even lost loved ones. Perhaps you have just been plunged into a difficult dilemma or predicament. You may have even been knocked down, but I want to tell you that the sovereign God that restored Job can bring you back better than before if you will trust Him like Job did. We serve a God that boasts great things. It's the God that says, even though the temple of worship was destroyed, but in the book of Haggai, He says, the glory of the later temple shall be greater than the former. It doesn't matter where you've descended from. When God raises you up, He will BBB you. He will bring you better than ever before. Can you trust Him for that? I challenge you to do so. I dare you to trust God to bring you back better than before. God bless you.